Hello, viewers. It's Sentai Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to break your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have some adult language. It will have some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have some adult language feature in this podcast. If you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out the way, let's get into this. This episode really pissed me off. So anyway, it starts us like this. So basically, so basically, we see the Rangers. So basically, Hakura, Shinji, Yoshi, and Momotaro at Black Kaido's, coffee shop, having a meeting. So basically, talk about we talking about about that we need to find out who the bad guys are and take them down. So basically, Molotov was like, I agree, and basically, and Hakura brings that we could have, maybe that Black Kaido knows something about the bad guys. He's not telling us, and maybe he might tell us how he's a ranger as well. And Kaido was like, and Black Kaido was like, don't look at me, don't look at me. I'm just the guy who help when I can. So basically, your second agenda, you guys' second agenda is to find out who the Black Ranger is and finally get your team together. So basically, all the Rangers agreed that that Black Kaido has a point that we need to find out who the Black Ranger is and finally come together as a team. So basically, the other Rangers say if we do find out who the Black Ranger is, we do find out who the Black Ranger is. I don't know. We can come together as a team unless we, he said that before we do find the Black Rangers, we need to settle some issues. So basically, Momotaro pointed out each of the everybody's issues. So basically, Yoshi lacks confidence, Hakura lacks focus, and he calls Shinji is a narcissist and arrogant. He's arrogant and narcissistic. So basically, the Rangers say that those things are true about us, but as for you don't really know how to get along with people. You don't really know how to get along with people, period. So basically, you're kind of every time you try to help people, you don't always do the best to help the people you help. So what positive reinforcement. So basically, you have we know we have our folks, but you have your folks as well. So basically, they say that we ain't perfect. Yes, we have a problem. So do you. So basically, they're tired of his attitude towards. They're tired of Momotaro's attitude towards him. It's you can't even give us. I bet you can't even give us a positive content, say something positive about us while passing out. So basically, Momotaro tried to say something positive about each of the Rangers, and he passed out once again. So basically, but just he can't. Now we know he can't. Now he can't even give anybody a positive So basically, he's incapable of getting, saying something nice or giving a person a positive, comfort, a positive remark to a person as well. So basically, Kaido, passed out for a minute and he came back up. He woke back up and whatnot. So basically, the other Rangers like, you know what? We're tired of your bullshit. The Blue Rangers say that, we're tired of your bullshit. So basically, the next time a monster attacks, you're on your fucking own. So basically, the other Rangers agree because, they're tired of Kyle's bullshit, being Mr. Negative and, not pointing out his own faults and stuff. So basically, they say that we're both cutting your ass. We ain't gonna follow your orders. We're not even gonna help you stop any to fight any monster, Mr. Perfect. Basically, that was that. So basically, after the meeting, a rude female customer, started to make a scene, and lucky for Hadara that Black Kaido was there to calm down the rude female customer as she left the coffee shop while making it no further scene. So basically, the Black Ranger was getting his hair cut, and thinking about his wife and whatnot. So somewhere else in the city. Now, meanwhile, in three different parts in the city, we see Sunrise, Sun Omi, and Sansa, in three different parts of the city, trying to observe human activity, and that's when they got this message through these animals from their boss. They said that, turns out that the member of the Down Clan it turns out that the Red Ranger is a member of the Dawn Clan. So basically, they got a message from their boss from these three different animals and three different parts of the city. They're saying that the Red Ranger is a surviving member of the Dawn Clan from our world. So basically, he said that he must be destroyed. So basically, after giving that message, someone and the others met up. It's turns out that the reason why, Mototaro's parents got killed in the first, his whole family got killed in the first place because they wanted to coexist. They wanted the people of the membranes to coexist with the humans in peace, and that's the reason why Mototaro's real planet got killed, and he got sent to the human world in the first place while he was a baby. So basically, somebody said that so basically, it's about time we take down one of the Rangers. But once we do that, once you take down the Red Ranger, we need to deal with the Beastlies. Once we take down the Red Ranger, then we deal with the Beastlies. So anyway, that lady from that rude lady from Black Kaido's coffee shop, it turns out she's being possessed by a Naho monster, and he transformed into a full Naho monster that is based on a Kyoruger. So anyway, she started to attack the city, and basically before she starts to attack the city, we see Sunai, stop a bad guy from robbing a lady's purse and whatnot, and saw Kaido, and they had a conversation about, about his problem, what he had with others and whatnot. So basically, he's once again, sometimes, I know it's kind of difficult to you to really get along with people with your whole situation, but you need to truly at least see, at least try to, see it their way and whatnot, and to at least try at least try to get along with your companion. So basically, after Momotaro and Sunai had a little conversation on the roof, they both went their separate ways and went to the scene where the monster was attacking people in the city. Somebody was in his warrior form and Momotaro was in his ranger form. So basically, they started to fight each other, and basically, with one strike, they ended up teleporting back on the roof, and they finally and they both de-transformed in front of each other, and basically, Momotaro was shocked to learn that that Sunai was a bad guy, and Sunai was shocked to learn that Momotaro is the Red Ranger that he's supposed to kill. So anyway. So basically, they say this is how it is. So basically, they went back. They went their separate ways, and basically, Momotaro went back to the fight scene to deal with the monster by himself. The other Rangers, were watching from a distance, and the Black Ranger showed up, in his Ranger form, not knowing about the whole boycott against the Red Ranger, and basically, the Red Ranger told the Black. Tell Isbah that, the other Rangers are boycotting me until I learn some humility and whatnot. So basically, the Black Ranger and the Red Ranger was holding it on against the monster and whatnot. And basically, that's when Shinji, the Blue Ranger, decided that, what? I think he might learn some humility. I think he learn some. I think he learned enough without it. So basically, they helped the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger to take down the monster. The monster grew, and they turned forward into the robot forms and formed the Megazord together. The Omi Tao Jin Megazord together and took down the monster. And basically, once they took down the Naho monster, the lady was free from the Naho monster after they took down the monster. So basically, the rude lady was saved after they took down the Naha monster that took control over her body. So anyway, it seems like the Black. So basically, we see the four Rangers we see the Rangers set for the Black Ranger. He disappeared after they took down the Naha monster in Megazord mode. So anyway. So anyway, out of nowhere, we see Sonder in his warrior mode strike down Kaido, and we see Kaido being, once you strike down Kaido, and Kaido got deleted. Turns out, before the second time they was on the roof, Kaido responded to a question somehow decided to take advantage of Kaido's situation. He knows that Kaido can't lie, and he asked him, "What is your weakness?" So basically, and Kaido told him that every time he throws the Megazord with the others, he becomes temporarily weak after he throws the Megazord with the rest of the Rangers. So basically, the idiot who can't lie told the villain that his weakness, and basically got himself deleted from the other Rangers, and basically and the episode ended with Sunai not feeling happy with what he did, but not feeling very good at what he did, but doing his job, and took down the Red Ranger, and the rest of the Rangers watched watch Kaido be deleted like all the other humans that were taken over by Naho monsters that somehow his comrades took out. And basically this is how the episode ended with the yellow, blue, and pink ranger, pink ranger watching Kaido being deleted in front of their eyes, and somehow leaving after doing his job. So basically, that's how the episode ended. With somehow, taking down Kaido and deleting him from existence in front of the other Free Rangers' eyes. And basically, that's how this episode ended. So anyway, this idiot, man. This episode really got me pissed off, man. So, honestly, the Red Ranger is a fucking idiot. He's a real fucking idiot. So, basically, I'm just going to... This episode was real stupid. It was shockingly stupid. So, anyway, I'm just going to sign off. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my review on the latest episode of Donbrothers, even though I'm pissed off. So, anyway, sign off. 1,